Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Apologies if I've got the somber tone. Oh, I should probably introduce myself. If this is your first time into the stream, my name is DumeScroll. I'm a variety game streamer, translady, historian, hardcore Star Wars nerd, player of all sorts of video games and whatnot. Yeah. I stream all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Today's gonna be a bit of a short stream, and the content isn't really related to what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is kind of a drama update stream, for lack of a better term. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the radio off because I don't need to. How do I equip this? F. There we go. R. Let's turn that off. Okay. But yeah. I'm also going to go ahead and equip stuff because I can't stop playing the game. But yeah. For those of you who have been tuning into the channel for a while, and be like staying up to date with what we're going here. I'm here because I missed the entire thing last night, so I'm going to hear it from your perspective. Sweet. Cool. So welcome in to those who are from the TCW community, as well as those from my community or randomly tuning in. This is going to be a bit of a weirder stream than I normally have, and it's gonna be less positive than I prefer. I do want to couch everything that I say with the caveat that I am but one person and could only have the perspective of like what I witnessed at the time that I witnessed it and the section of the story that I have. So what I'm delivering might not be the whole truth. I don't claim that it is, and there might be things that occurred that I am unaware of. And if I do apologize if any of that stuff that happened that I am unaware of paints certain things in lights that would be different than I would intend. The other caveat that I want to make clear is that I don't want anything that I say to be construed as or used to justify harassment, brigading, raiding of any other community or individual because of a desire of retribution.
Antlers at the ready.
Like nothing that happened last night, even by the people who I think are most in the wrong, do I think personally warrants attacking another person or trying to ruin their lives. That said, I do think there's a level of accountability that needs to be had, and people who need to be called out. So I will try to, and also I'm kind of going off the dome. I should probably have written things down before I started the stream, but I'm also I've been busy today with other chores and stuff, and honestly, every time I sat down to think about it, I just got sad and mad and depressed because the other caveat is that I'm sure what I say and what a lot of people are feeling is going to be charged with a sense of betrayal and abandonment for something that could have been amazing, and fear for how this will harm the wider Star Wars fandom and community, both within and without Arma. Basically, I can't even bring up the videos. Sure, I will happily take a ride with your deformed arms.
Holy moly, what are you doing, man? I gotta screenshot that.
How do I get in?
Oh my gosh, you ate.
There we go. I'm in.
Oh man, this is bizarre.
Welcome in, Celia. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so last night, or I guess the best part to start at the beginning. The Clone Wars Arma 3 mod was announced months ago, and it was announced with a lot of promises and a wide scope of what is going to be possible within it. And it drew in a lot of people who would not have otherwise played the game. And this put the development team and people who volunteered their work into a position of having to play catch up with promises that were made, and the community into a position of pattern holding while waiting for things that they were told would arrive to arrive, some more patiently than others, and like putting in energy and faith and money into supporting a project that we all believed in. I, as a creator, was pulled into the dev team in the capacity of providing content and entertainment related to the mod. So I did get to see behind the scenes things that were happening, although my involvement within the mod was at most the streaming of content both directly related to the mod and community events that had from legions that sprung up within the mod community. I did apply for a voice actor thing and to be part of the lore team, but I was not admitted to those. And the people who were part of those teams did amazing work. There was a limited slot, but I want to make that clear. This is coming from a position of moderately more witnessing of what was happening on the back end, but no actual direction or involvement in that, and therefore I was only kind of half paying attention to anything that was happening. But from what I could witness for at least a month or two, there was consistent heated discourse within the dev team about what was possible, what needed to be done, how to get that done. And a tendency for flaking by some people and a tendency of overworking and overcommitting by others because of their passion. I don't know exactly the timeline of which this occurred, but the lead developer for the mod, Blaze, went AFK. I think it was, depending on who you asked, it was either for like 2 weeks or like a month, which put a lot of gum in the gears and works of the mod development. And put even more strain on the team that was already overcommitted and overworked to a project that could not be monetized outside of donations, and was not being handled in a manner that could have managed the kind of workload required to achieve the promises that were made in the launch trailers in a time that would be satisfying for a majority of the community. At least that was the perception by a lot of the dev team. As a community member, speaking as a community member, given the fact that this is a Star Wars IP, probably unfairly, I was willing to put up with a lot more strain patience, having to give grace to the development team because it was a work of passion. I was prepared for things to be essentially work in progress, aspiring to achieve what the trailer had made for years. I've been in experience with mods that had that kind of character arc. Some of my favorite mods that I play are exactly that. The Awakening of the Rebellion mod, which is one of the best mods for Empire at War, is arguably still a work in progress mod. So there was a disconnect and a discourse of like what was promised, what was possible, what needed to be done. I never watched the trailers and it looked complete to me, so I thought it was complete. And that's the other thing. What was there? I've played it. I've experienced. Everyone who has watched this stream has seen what was going on. It was legitimately one of the best Star Wars gaming experiences that I've ever had, and I think I speak on behalf of a lot of the community, particularly the segment of the community that were brought in as Star Wars fans and not as Arma fans. But there's people are working, everybody has their limits, what they desire, but this was a communal effort of love and dedication at all levels by people far beyond what the original development team could have imagined. And Blaze had gone silent for a decent enough time to cause exacerbated worry for the development team. I'm gonna silence my game audio, or actually I'm gonna turn it down even more, just to make sure that y'all can hear me clearly, because this is supposed to mostly be background audio. So about 2 or 3 days ago, in the siloed development team Discord, meant to... Oh my god, of course I get to a combat zone. Meant to... I don't want to like have you guys have no audio for like what's going on, but I gotta make it much quieter. Yeah, like in the Discord where the people who are part of the dev team are meant to be able to coordinate and communicate what needs to happen, it was announced by Caleb, the PR manager, my primary connection to the development team, given my status as a content creator, made the announcement that development on the mod would be temporarily suspended as the team figured out what needed to occur, as the team figured out what needed to occur, what was possible, what the workload looked like. And this caused panic and concern, both within the dev team, and then rapidly that information leaked into the broader community. Which, for transparency's sake, I prefer that everyone was aware. But because of that, it became a public discourse thing. And people were trying to recover what they'd recover and keep the beloved project that sorry, I'm looking at a thing in Discord. I need to focus. People were trying to recover and maintain a mod and community that had had thousands of hours of dedication poured into, thousands of dollars of money donated to support of by purchasing servers to host, making sure that TeamSpeak was working, an entire integrated